One of my best friends in the world, Dan Buchanan. He has been on this channel before when we were doing the winter like downhill ride. He filmed that section with like the good video quality and production value. Hey Dan, he is living in Lima, Peru right now with his wife on complete and total lockdown. As far as I understand, he is on day 34 or possibly 35 of complete lockdown without really being able to go outside and do any sort of real mind-stimulating tasks. I honestly don't know what I would do in that situation myself, but Dan is a far stronger human being than I am. So with being so far away with such a crappy situation, I asked, what do you want to see? What do you want to see in a video? I'll do a vlog for you, like I don't care. Dedicate an entire vlog to whichever topic you want to see. And I think everyone will be fairly pleased to know that he just kind of wants to see more of this thing, even just like riding it to work. My pleasure, Dan. I hope the next 4 or 5, 10 possible minutes are better than other 10 minutes in your day. Bonus content, tubeless setup, working flawlessly. Didn't have to put air in it today. Really cool drainage ditch that kind of looks like a snake run in this neighborhood. I'd love to stop and shoot some of it, but you're not really supposed to do that, so. Terrifying. I'd love to ride that on my skateboard, but I'm not good enough for it. I currently have a 46-17 gear ratio on this thing, so going down stuff like that is like a little scary. A little ravaging rapids for your mind. Look how pretty, Dan. Oh, the reflection of the sunlight. There's something over there I need to check out later. I don't get to be a jerk very often, but the more it bothers people for me to leave this front rotor on and not use a brake on it, the longer I'm gonna leave it on. Oh, I didn't like that. I take back the negativity. Positivity again. But I'm still gonna leave that rotor on. Okay, I need to go check out this trail that I'm fairly certain I saw over here. I don't want to bother anybody. I will be really sad if there's not actually a trail and it just looks like one. These like city paths can be very deceiving. And today might be the day that I'm deceived. Right here. What is it? Oh yeah! Come on! Well, I'm probably gonna ride that every day from now on. Oh yeah, tubeless for the obvious win. So I think somewhat obviously I get a lot of like recommended articles in my subscription feeds and any sort of internet that I use that has to do with bicycles. Most notably, what has come up in these times is that bike shops are seeing a surge in business and that more and more people are out riding their bikes, which is a fantastic byproduct of such an absolutely terrible situation. And I can't help but feel like the real upper hand that bikes have is that you're totally, really, if you're allowed outside, allowed to be on it and allowed to use it as a very viable way to get around if you're going to work or if you're going to a store or if you're staying within your neighborhood. Nobody's really giving you a hard time on a bike. They just assume that you're out either getting a little bit of exercise somewhat close to home or you're kind of alone. Not to mention it's like dead everywhere. So the roads are yours. So if you have the means and the adventurous spirit and the right attitude to enjoy little sections of stuff like this that's really only probably 200 meters long, you could probably get through entertained and active. This came up in Dan and I's conversation while we were talking about how long he's been locked up in a house for and how lucky I and we are to still be able to go out and not be pestered. Even if riding a bike doesn't look exactly like it did last spring, it's still a great way to kill some time. So my friend Jacob messaged me to ask what's it like to ride fixed gear with no brakes off-road. It's fine. It's really no different than riding fixed gear on road. It's just when you go to skid, you skid a lot further. Now where things get really scary and really difficult is really technical, rooty, difficult single track, where riding too much of that would become a liability. And I'm not a fan of saying things aren't possible, but it'd be very difficult to do it efficiently and fast. What I'm saying here is this is not replacing my mountain bike anytime soon. Also worth noting, I have very little interest in doing fixed gear tricks. And no, this doesn't do a bar spin. Tricks happen on BMXs and dirt jumpers, in my books. Okay, so I hope that you're aware, but tonight is the second running of the vlog live podcast that myself, Russ at Path Less Pedaled, and Mike with Locked In do. Of course, by the time this is uploaded, that will have already passed. And hopefully you were there to watch it, or you can watch it now. If you did, let me know what you thought. But for now, I'm gonna enjoy my evening and get to it again later on. I need some. What is this all about? This turned out really good this time.